Jacqueline from Project Most here again. So today we're going to be doing a science experiment that's actually one of my favorite experiments, but since we're doing it in our house, I'm going to switch it up from the way I've done it in the past. So it's sort of like an experiment for you and an experiment for me. We're going to be making egg geodes out of a solution that crystallizes. So in the past I've done this at the schools and we've used borax, which makes beautiful crystals, but I wanted to use something that I have around my house at home. So I'm going to be using Epsom salt. If you have Epsom salts, you can grow your crystals out of those. Some other solutions that you can use that people have tried in the past and should work are borax, which works really well, but it's something that you don't want to breathe in or touch your eyes with. You have to be careful with it. You can also use sugar, you can use table salt, you can use rock salt, you can use kosher salt. So any of the things that start as a crystal are really good to make even bigger crystals, which is what we're going to be doing. The other ingredients that you need for the science experiment are eggs. You need 1 egg per geode. So if you want to make 1 geode, 1 egg. If you want to make multiple geodes, you can have as many as you like, just it's 1 egg per geode. You also need a spoon for stirring, a spoon for cracking your egg, a glass or heat-proof measuring cup or mug or something that you can stir hot water in. You need a measuring cup for your salts, and you need toothpick. You also need either food coloring or some sort of water-based dye or paint. I don't happen to have food coloring at my house, so I'm going to be using liquid watercolors. I've done it in the past with food coloring and they come out really brilliant, but I don't know what this liquid watercolors will look like, so we'll see. So the first thing you need to do is crack your eggs. Now you want to crack the top off of the egg carefully because ultimately you want most of the egg left. So I've already prepared 4 of them. You can see they're not perfectly cracked. There's some rough edges, which is okay because a real geode with the crystals inside doesn't have perfectly smooth edges. And this one got a little bit wide, but that's actually nice because I can see the crystals when they grow inside. So I'm going to show you how to crack the egg. So you'll take your spoon, you'll carefully tap, tap, tap the top. And as the eggshell starts to crack, you just spin it in a circle. And you can see I'm not smashing it in, I'm just cracking it. So then what I'm going to do is, when I get pretty close, I'm going to save the eggs because we don't want to waste them. I'll peel off the top layer enough so that I can get the egg out. And I'm going to dump this egg into a bowl with the rest of my eggs. Hopefully no little shells fall off the edges. If they do, I'll just pick them out. So it doesn't matter if the egg itself breaks, you know, the yolk inside, because that's not what you're saving. For the science experiment at least. So then I have this, and what I need to do is I need to clean the inside of this egg because I don't want that membrane or the leftover egg to get moldy and gross because that will affect my crystal growth. So I'm going to break this hole open a little bit more so that I can get my fingers in there when I'm cleaning it. And if you look around the edges, I don't know if you can see, but there's that little thin membrane. So you want to use hot water. The hot water will help it separate as much as possible. And you run the hot water in there for a minute or so. Careful not to crack the edges more. And the hot water will sort of start to cook that membrane. And then you turn off the water and you can use your fingers and peel the membrane up. It kind of rolls up and then I'll start peeling it out. Now this takes a couple of minutes. See, I get little tiny pieces. As your fingers dry off a little bit, the membrane will actually roll off easier. So I'm just rolling my finger around on the inside of the egg to peel off that membrane, and it kind of rolls up in strips. It took me a minute or two, sometimes a couple of minutes. Here's more membrane to get these eggs clean. So this is going to take a bit of time, but It's okay, it's worth it. It'll make good crystals. So clean your eggs. I already have 4, so I'm going to set this one aside. So you're going to clean your eggs, make sure that there's no membrane left inside, and then you are ready to make your supersaturated solution. This is the key. So you have 1 cup of hot water. Has to be pretty hot. Doesn't need to be boiling, just needs to be warm enough for there to be extra energy in the water, because you're going to add your crystals, your salt crystals. I'm using Epsom salt, and you're going to stir and stir until it dissolves. And then, because there's some extra space between the molecules of water, you're going to keep stirring until it's super saturated, meaning it holds more crystals than it normally would be able to if it was cold or lukewarm. So I made some hot water before. I'm going to pour it into my measuring cup carefully. You could also microwave it for about 1.5 minutes. Just be really careful. Use an oven mitt or get an adult to help you with this. So I have 1 cup of water. And I have 1/2 cup of Epsom salts. It's a 2-to-1 ratio of water to your crystals. So 2 parts water to 1 part crystal. So 1 cup water to 1/2 cup crystals, no matter which one you choose to do, whether it's the table salt or the rock salt. So I'm going to dump in 1/2 to start. I'll give it a stir. And it's pretty quickly dissolving. You can see it in the bottom. And now I'm going to start adding more. I want to add as much as I can and still have it dissolve. And it might take a little bit of time to stir. Because like I said, you're fitting more salts or crystals, whatever you choose, into here than you normally would. I'm going to pause this for a minute, because you don't need to watch me stir, and I'll be right back. I'm back, and as you can see, I've been stirring and stirring my Epsom salts, and they are fully dissolved. There's a teeny tiny bit of salt left in the bottom. You probably can't even see it, but this means that it's super saturated. So I got almost all of the 1/2 cup of Epsom salt to dissolve into the full cup of water, which means that I have a super saturated solution. More salt has been able to be dissolved in this hot water than if the water was cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it into my eggs. If I was using food coloring, I would either put it in here if I wanted all my eggs to be the same color, if I only was making 1 egg. But since I'm making 4 different color eggs, I'm going to put, well, I actually already put a little tiny bit of my paint into each of these eggshells. And now I'm going to very carefully pour my solution into these eggshells. I used a measuring cup because I figured this would be really easy to pour from. So like I said, I put a bit of my watercolor in the bottom, and I'm filling it most of the way to the top. And you see I use toothpicks because this will let me stir my paint. Right. I have some left over. It was hard to judge how much I would need. So now I'm just going to very carefully stir my paint around on the inside until it's all dissolved. And then it becomes a waiting game. So as the solution cools, the molecules of the water will force these Epsom salts to crystallize, because there won't be as much energy in the water to allow for extra salt to be in between the molecules of the solution. So tonight I might see some crystals starting to form. Tomorrow I really should see some crystals starting to form. And as time goes, they'll grow and grow. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably make a stop motion movie using our stop motion app that we've used, that you can find films of on the website. I'm going to use the stop motion and try to take a picture at the same time every day over the course of several days to watch these crystals grow. Hopefully you have some exciting results too. And if you'd like to leave a comment in the comment section of our Facebook page, we can see how your crystals are growing also. If you want to upload pictures, that would be great too. Have fun!